All right. Red Bull 2.
Red Bull 2.
Oh, come on.
FCC.
Nope. Nashville.
Oh, yeah.
2 players in, Shaq Moore and Jacob Schaffelberg. 0 players out for a team that is sitting in 6th place, 2 points ahead of the team in 8th, which is the LA Galaxy. +2 goal differential. A team that we thought was going to be much, much better this year. What do you think?
I think I really like the signing of Shaq Moore. I think that perfectly like fills in the right back spot and makes that back line very formidable. I still don't think that this team is like going to compete with an LAFC or Austin. I think this team on paper is absolutely strong enough to make the playoffs. And I guess potentially go on a playoff run because anything can happen in the playoffs. But I don't think this is certainly not the best team in the league. They're not competing for supporter shields. So I guess like it depends on what you're looking at as a fan. Like, what do you want them to accomplish? Do you want them to just make the playoffs every year and potentially win the cup? Do you want them to be the best team in the league competing for supporter shields and points records? I think overall, I would say it's a win. I think the team is still strong on paper. Hani Mukhtar is a borderline MVP like every season now. Um, there's still a lot of good players around him in the team. I just don't know if I see this team as like a gonna compete for a supporter shield against like the Phillies, LAFCs, Austins of the league.
The biggest issue that wasn't addressed. Hani Mukhtar. I think is this just goals? It might just be goals. Hold on. It is, yeah, we'll say these are goals. Hani Mukhtar, does he have 19 goals? No, he can't. That has to be goal contributions.
Yeah, there's no way he's got 19.
No shot. So Hani Mukhtar's got 19 goal contributions.
He's got he's got 16 goals, 9 assists this season.
Then I don't know what. Oh, transfer mark doesn't count the second assist. Okay. 16 goals, 9 assists. Yeah. CJ Sapong's got a lot less than that. Teal Bunbury's got even less than that. Then their next 2 highest in terms of contributions are their 2 center backs. And then Alex Mawili. And then Sean Davis. Randall Ayal's got 1 goal contribution in 1,800 minutes. You had to have done something to address that. You had to. If
Yeah,
you want to
that's fair.
compete with the teams that are spending the way that they're spending, you had to address that in this window. Right now, it looks like their mindset is let's get into the playoffs and roll the dice. Again, just from an outside point of view. However, if you want to compete with the I mean, really, you're trying to compete with the Dallas, Minnesota RSL. Nobody's catching LFC. Nobody's catching, right? You have to compete with those guys to get a home playoff game, and to do that, you had to bring somebody. You had to, and they didn't. I don't know what they were looking to do in terms of like if they missed out on anybody, for example. But listen, the addition of Moore is great. We know what he brings. We know that he's on the bubble of the men's national team for Qatar. But you needed to do something when you've got one player who's contributing to basically half of your goals, and everything else is actually more than half of your goals, and everything else is just kind of onesie twosies here and there. You had to find another consistent. So it's a loss for me. Good move in Shaq Moore, but it's a loss for me.
Yeah, that's pretty fair. I think you're right. Imagine this team just sticking a lethal goal scorer. Then I think you're talking about them probably somewhere in between like that Dallas Minnesota group and the Austin LAFC group.
Correct.
Yeah, I think they're like a step below that Dallas Minnesota group right now. But they're close. They're close. So they need that goal scorer, and then I think they're there.
Yep.